Vacation City, where old white people roam. 8 slightly pudgy millennials. Today is my first gig of 2023 that I have booked where I'm playing my own music, and I'm super excited for it. I got my cigarette suit together. I'm already wearing the pants, and I got my briefcase and handcuffs. Now, if you're wondering why I have a briefcase and handcuffs, it is because I have this little character that I made up that I plan to dress as for gigs where I play my own music. And you can see in this video, I'll put the flag, I don't know which corner it is, where I played for a night out at KU. It was a event put on by a student at Kutztown University with different musicians that go to Kutztown. We had a cool night. We all played 20-minute sets and did an interview. That was when I debuted this look, and basically the goal is to look like I got my clothes out of a dumpster and to handcuff this briefcase to my ankle. And you know, there's symbolic meaning behind it all that I won't get into, but that's the gist of it. And also, for the first time I've done a gig, I have some merch. So this is my most recent album, Fearmongrel by Slightly West. I bought a very cheap 10-pack of CDR CDs, and then I used pictures taken by, I don't know if you can see it here, Morgan Janisic, and they took this back cover picture and the inside cover picture, and then this is a painting I made that I took a picture of. I'm gonna be selling those for $10. Now, $10 might seem pricey, but considering I put all of this together basically myself, it was pretty expensive for me, for a single person. So I'm just trying to make my money back. I also have these stickers of the album cover. I do also have CDs from my first EP that I put out, and this is even lower budget. These were random CDRs that were just sitting in my desk. I literally used an index card. The music, in my opinion, is not great. And also, there's like almost no effort put into the CDs themselves. I think I might be charging like $5 for those. And here's the grand reveal. This is the album cover that I painted myself. It's acrylic paint on canvas. I don't really want to get rid of this. I'm going to price it ridiculously, basically like $50, just so I know whoever buys it really wants it. This is like a rough draft painting that I didn't think looked as good as the original. Maybe I'll sell that at some point, but I don't think I'll be bringing it tonight. Now is the time where I do one last run through my set that I'm going to be playing. I've been doing it every day for the last week or two. I am very bad at memorizing lyrics, so I've been playing through each song. I have the set list pretty much memorized. I still flub some of the lyrics, but it's not really noticeable to anyone but me. I'll give you guys a little rundown of how this is working out. Now here you can see the guitar I'll be playing. It is a Stratocaster, just basically how it was out of the box, except I didn't get it in a box. It was a Guitar-a-thon sale at Guitar Center, and it was like $200 cheaper than if I bought it normally. So I was like, I can't pass this up, a Fender Strat, a Mexican one. I don't really care where it's made. I'm not by any means a gear snob. I liked how it sounded. You get that chimey Strat tone really easy on it. And this pick, if you can see that, this was a pick I had since like 9th or 10th grade. I got it with a crappy like Amazon $20 ukulele. I just found it again recently. I like thicker, less flimsy picks. I don't know what millimeter this is. It's either 0.88 or 0.08 millimeter. I discovered this again and I was like, I remember really liking this pick, so I'm gonna try it out. And it ends up being perfect, and I remember why I like it so much. It's a lot bigger and it's triangle shaped. I drop my picks a lot, probably from bad technique, but it's what works for me. And so I have more surface area to grab onto. It has these two sharper corners, so it doesn't come out of your hand as much. So this is the pick I'm going to be using, and I think I'm going to be using it for a while, now that I've found it again. So when I do a run through a set list that I'm going to be playing for a gig, I basically just do it in my room and act like I'm in the middle of the gig. So I'll talk to the crowd. A lot of times it makes me feel like a cornball, but you know, you gotta practice it somehow, especially as independent musician like me who is in a town that doesn't have many opportunities for gigs. The first song that I plan to play is called Shh. It's a song I wrote second semester freshman year of college, around the time COVID hit. It's not about COVID, and it starts like this. I screwed it up. So I haven't mentioned this yet, but this is actually going to be one of the last shows ever played at the Sound Bank at the time of the original recordings. So I really wanted to blow the roof off of the place. I had this whole plan set up in my mind. I was hoping to sell some merch. Even the guy who booked me was hyping it up, saying it would be a better crowd than usual for a Thursday night. So I had my hopes up, and I don't want to say I was let down because I wasn't expecting a lot. I didn't really care that much about the pay. Just wanted the experience. You know, not that many people showed up, which was, you know, to be expected, but I figured it was worth mentioning. I still think I played really well. YouTube. Coming at you with Welcome to Gentrification City, where old white people roam. Eight slightly pudgy millennials. So I didn't bring my amp to this gig because they said they had an amp there, and during sound check it sounded completely fine. And then I got up for my set and all of a sudden I couldn't get a clean sound out of it, so it sounded terrible with my pedal board, and I didn't like how my first song sounded. But after that I just went DI into the PA system and it sounded a little bit better, but I don't like how that sounds either. That sounds really bad. With his hands I made amends. So I'm sitting here trying to gauge what I learned from this experience. It almost felt like a Seinfeld episode, like the host of the event. I don't want to air too much out on the internet. I think there was some intoxication involved. They introduced every act very sarcastically. Like when he introduced me, he's like, oh, up next is Colin or Slightly West or whatever his name is. The person who played first, he said she begged and pleaded, and now here she is. She begged and pleaded to be booked for this. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And also, in regards to pay, it was $5 per person at the door. To me, the math didn't seem to make sense compared to what I got paid. In other words, I feel like I might have gotten paid too much, which is weird. I'm not complaining though. And there was also confusion about getting paid because of the intoxication by the end of the night. Like Lanie got paid twice and then we were told to split it between the two of us, which was weird. Also, I learned to not trust a venue's backline. I should have just brought my own amp, but they said online that they have a Vox AC15 and a PV guitar combo amp. And I missed the PV part, so I showed up expecting a Vox, and I only saw the PV out, and I didn't remember to ask about pulling out the Vox. And during soundcheck, I got the PV to sound pretty decent. I got a clean tone out of it, so I could use my pedal board with it, and then I turned it off. And then when it came time for my set again, I turned the amp on. It sounded completely different than during soundcheck. It was super distorted. It was so distorted that it was like mushy sounding from too much compression. And I couldn't use my pedal board with it. There was no definition in the notes. And for that song, for Shush, I'm playing these very beautiful like open chords. And I use a overdrive pedal just for a little bit of sparkle. And I couldn't get that. And it was harder to hear the pitches as I was singing. After that, I just went DI into the PA. I don't like how guitars sound through DI in general, but especially distorted guitars. Not the best circumstances. I'm not going to blame anybody but myself for being lazy and not just bringing my own amp. In the process of preparing for this gig, me and Lanie got together twice to practice the songs we were going to play together. During Lanie's set, we played Lanie's song Lightweight together. I played sax, Lanie played keys, Here's a clip. For my set, we played April Showers, me on guitar vocals, Lanie on keys and vocals. And what I learned is that I should collaborate with people more with my own music rather than just theirs or something else random. Because what Lanie added, I really like, and it really elevates the song. Especially the vocal harmonies. Lanie does it, it's like counterpoint almost. It's just really, it's perfect what Lanie adds. You can actually check out the YouTube video I put up last week of us playing that in a practice room on Kutztown University's campus. Lanie's playing a real piano and I'm playing acoustic guitar. Anyways, to anybody watching this who came to that gig, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. I know it was a long drive for most of you. To everybody, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and hit that bell. Thanks for stroking my ego. This YouTube thing is just for fun. You don't have to do anything that I ask you. Kill your family. 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 I'm just kidding. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Okay, that's the end of the video.